Hello folks, and welcome back to another Wise Game video. In this video we're logged into 8.0 Legions and we're getting ready for Battle for Azeroth to surface and actually hit live in another couple of weeks, August 14th, 2018, and I'm really looking forward to that one because it's really bringing back the PvP side of things in a very strong way. Now the PvE side of the game was always solid and strong. There was always incentive to do so, and so there was really no issues when it came to that and any kind of really expansion. So the PvP coming back in a strong way is getting me pretty psyched, but let me explain a little bit of what I'm going to be covering in this video is a new system that Blizzard did implement into the game. Now let me back up a little bit. My main concern was, okay, Battle for Azeroth is bringing back conquests, it's bringing back gearing again for PvP, it's bringing back all that good stuff again, and the incentive and the want to do it again. But then I'm thinking to myself, well, most of my partners, most of my guild mates haven't played during Legions because they don't like Legions and they quit the game. So I'm not sure if they're coming back. So I'm like, I'm going to need partners to do this stuff, do RBGs, whatnot, try to get my conquest cap per week. But I think Blizzard came out with a system that's actually an answer to all this, and I think you people are going to be very excited to know about this if you don't know about it already, and it's called a community. Now, the community is a way of actually, it's kind of like being like in a sub-guild, if you want to look at it that way. So if we open up Group Finder, which is something that's been in the game for quite a while now, this was what we use to find short-lived groups. And what I mean by that is groups that would just post something to kill a world boss or something along that line, do a couple of arenas, and once they're done, that's it, the group breaks up. You never see these people probably again. Now, with this new system that they came out with, if we click on down here, I got my bars blown up so you can see this pretty good. Right down at the bottom next to Group Finder is Guild and Communities. We're going to actually see now after clicking Guild Communities that the guilds look a little bit different now. They gave them a facelift of how the screens look, and we could see that. My guild still has quite a few people in it, but they just have not been active. And so we could see all this, but just below it, you're going to notice a few other things underneath my guild. And these are the groups that I joined just recently today, just to see how this all worked, which I'm going to explain to you guys. So basically, if we click on each one of these, it's kind of like being in 3 different guilds now. The big thumbs up about this, though, is you don't have to leave your original guild. So there's no sacrifice at all when it comes to your original guild. Say if you do raids 2 nights a week with your actual guild, but you want to do some PvP or something else, fishing or whatever, if there's a group for it, you could join that group, and then you could play with these guys on those off nights from your raids. Best of both worlds. So how do we actually get this started? Well, what you want to do is right down here, this is where you would click on join or create a community. So you can make your own group if you want, or you could join somebody else's. And over here, it's going to explain a little bit about that. And this is where you would put in the code or the link that you need to actually join that group. And we're going to be showing you that next. Now you might be asking yourself, okay, fine and dandy, but how do we actually find these groups? I don't know if there's a way in the game to actually do it, but so this is what I've been doing. If you actually come to the WoW website, you're going to actually see in here, you're going to want to click on Forums. Once you click on Forums, you're going to scroll down, you're going to find the Community section right here. Under that, you're going to find right down here, Communities Recruitment. You're going to now click on that. And these are where all the different groups are. All kinds of different groups. They got raiding groups. They got questing groups. They got leveling groups. I'm sure once BFA comes out, and they have PvP groups. So to narrow down the results of, if you know what you're looking for, is I'm going to put in Alliance, PvP, and I'm going to hit the Enter key. New topic, you just want to use that if you want to advertise your group. So for this, we're just going to hit the Enter key. And it's going to narrow down the results now to at least where all these groups are PvP. PvP only. And even though I put an alliance, we're still going to see some horde ones showing up every now and then. And we could see at the very bottom, there's quite a few pages of these groups just for PvP, which is pretty interesting. So if we click on the 5th one, let's see if it starts. Okay, this is where it starts being both PvP and PvE. You know, groups that do both. So we'll go back to the first one. And now once you find one, what you want to do is you want to click on it. And it's going to give you information, just like somebody who's advertising for a guild in the forums. And in here, you're going to see the community link. This is what you want to click on if you want to join that group. And in here is the code. So you want to get this code. It's going to explain down here a little more about it. You're going to copy it by hitting this button right here. And then you're going to bring up the game. And you're going to go to the guild community. You're going to click on this at the bottom again, join a created community. And now you're going to input that code right here by hitting Control V as in Victor. Once you've done that, I've already done it with this group, you're going to then hit join. And that's it. That's it. There's no waiting for mail or interviews or anything like that. It's an instant invite into the group. Now, I just found this out, so I made the video over, is that you can join more than one group, which is really cool. So if you join one group and they're not too active one night and you want to do something, you just simply join another couple of groups, and there you go, until you find people that are doing actually what you're doing. Now let's click on one of these right here, and we're going to see that during this time of the day, which is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon my time on a Friday, we could see there's a good amount of people on already. So I can imagine what this looks like at nighttime. It shows you on the top how many people. So there's 15 people on right now out of almost 200. Now, I understand these max out at 1,000 members, just like a guild would. In that case, you would have to make another community and advertise that. Over here's the roster. So, and on the top here, they have a tab, and you could click on this, go to notification settings. This one doesn't have as many as this one right here, I don't think. Let me click on this one. And you could set it up this way of where you get notifications of certain events that you're partaking in or looking for, and get members in that group that want to do the same thing. So you got arenas, battlegrounds, world PvP, blah, yada, yada. And you could go to notification settings, and you can make it where some notification will show up once those groups are formed within the group. And that's basically it, folks. I think it's a great way of bringing players together. And again, this is long-lived as long as you're happy with the group and you don't leave it, or they don't kick you out or anything like that. You know, it's a long-lived group that you could get whatever you're looking for done in the game outside of your actual guild without leaving your guild. So I think it's a great, great answer to these kind of issues. Again, it's an MMO. We need other people to get big things done in endgame. So until then, I wanted to share this information with you guys. Feel free to comment down below. Sub up if you want to follow more future videos. And until then, thanks for watching Wise Gamer. Take care. Bye-bye.